Greetings, YouTubers. Welcome again to your holistic health haven. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Asada Vandalise, and I am a holistic health coach. And again, I'm here to talk to all my sisters that are in a transformational period in their life. They're in that phase of their life where they want to transform. They want to break free. They want to have fun. They want to be powerful. They want to be the divine, powerful, feminine beings, that we are meant to be. So, yes, thank you so much for tuning in. Today, I would like to talk about a extremely challenging thing. An extremely challenging thing, especially for women, which is permanent weight loss. I don't want to say weight loss because when you lose something, you may find it. I heard somebody say that once and I said, wow, that's so true. That is not a good way to put it. So I like to say transform, I like to say physical transformation. So for women to release their weight permanently is always a struggle. And as a holistic health coach, I have learned about so many different diets. Not starvation diets, just diets, just a way of eating. I learned about the vegetarian diet, the vegan diet, the raw food diet, the Mediterranean diet, the South Beach diet. I mean, name them. The macrobiotic diet, the paleo diet. I mean, there are so many different ways that you can eat that are healthy that I have no problem with. It's to each their own, whatever works for you. In my heart of hearts, I believe that we were meant to eat a plant-based diet. That's what I believe in my heart of hearts. And I will always encourage everybody to take that on and see what happens. Just try it out and see what happens. Don't just go do it without doing your research. I offer coaching if you need coaching into transitioning. But what I want to talk about is the challenge of releasing weight permanently. There is a missing link that nobody, let me not say nobody, but there's just a missing link that is not addressed as much and as deeply as it should be. Because if that link is missing from your weight loss plan, from your permanent weight release plan, you are going to find yourself putting the weight right back on. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And if you don't put the weight on, it's because you have become a exercise maniac. I mean, you have become obsessed with exercising, and you shouldn't have to be obsessed with exercising in order for you to maintain the weight that you want to be at. I mean, if that's your lifestyle, if maybe you're a competitive bodybuilder or something, then I understand. But for you to maintain your weight as you want it, you should not have to starve yourself, and you should not have to become an exercise maniac. Exercise, absolutely. Absolutely. Obsessed, no. So when we put on weight, of course, we're usually taking on too many calories, or we may be stressed out. People put on weight when they're stressed out because the body goes into this protective mode. It wants to protect us, from outside influences that are not good. So it builds, a protective shell. So that's fat. So we gain weight. So there is a emotional and mental process, element, whatever you want to call it, that goes prior, that first takes place before we usually reach out and start eating the wrong food or too much. A lot of people are emotional eaters. And the thing with emotional eating is that a lot of time you're not even aware that you are eating. You're not hungry, you're just eating, you're just stuffing things in your mouth automatically as you go through the day, as you walk around, you just, grabbing stuff, chewing stuff, and you don't even stop to think what you're doing and why you're doing it. Or you just have this craving, this deep, deep, deep craving, even though you're not really hungry. You may think you're hungry, but you're not really hungry. You just have this craving for maybe something specific, maybe potato chips, maybe ice cream, maybe just a plate of food, again, a second serving of food or whatever, but you just have a craving, and you need to take care of that right now. You just have that urge to just fill that void. It's a void. So we all have, as human beings, we all have certain basic needs that drive us to take action, that drive us to be a certain way in the world. For some of us, one need is more important than the other, but we all have those needs. And to give you an example, we all have a need to feel secure in our lives. We all have that need. We all have a need for some variety in our lives, some of us more than others. We all have a need for some type of control, to feel that we're in control of what goes on in our lives. We all have a need to contribute to the world. We may not even be really aware of it, but we all have a need to contribute. We all have a need to feel significant, to just feel like we're special. And so, usually, when we become emotional eaters, it's because we are carrying emotional weight. It's because one of these needs drives us. It's not being met, and it drives us. It triggers. It's just not balanced. It needs attention, and it just drives us into action and to be a certain way. So when we emotionally eat, it's usually because we have an emotional issue coming from one of these needs that hasn't been resolved, and it is unresolved. So it festers within us. It festers in our mind. It festers in our bodies, and it's making us, of course, have certain thoughts, about that. And it's just a thing that holds us in a place where we don't have control. We just don't have control over our lives, especially a lot of times over what we eat and how much of it we eat. So it's an emotional weight. I mean, to me, when you're carrying physical weight, you're carrying emotional weight. And the way I see it is that no matter how much you exercise and how well you start to eat, if you have that trigger because of that emotional issue that you carry with you, if you don't remove that, you will always fall right back into the pattern of feeding that emotional need that has not been healed. It hasn't been brought to the surface. It hasn't been released. When you know what it is, and you've spent time with yourself, and you have pinpointed, this is what drives me to be overweight. This is it. And you look at it, because it's a whole process. You look at it and you have to, I think some coaching would help you to determine why it drives you, the whole thing. I'm not going to go into that right now, but what I'm saying is that weight loss, weight transformation, weight release needs to be approached first on an emotional level. And once you're emotionally free and clear, the weight falls off automatically. You will exercise to be in shape, to be healthy, and you will eat now in a healthy way, because the urge to eat unhealthily has left you, because your emotions are healed, your cup is full, you're good. You cannot skip that. This is what drives me crazy. You cannot skip that step, because you are body, mind, and soul. And everything starts in your mind. Everything that manifests in your body, in your life, starts first in your mind. So you first have to deal with the mental and emotional aspect of yourself, and then the physical aspect will follow, because you decide, and then everything else follows. And this is the point that I'm trying to make. And I want you to really, 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 those of you who are struggling with this, I want you to really, really take this in. Please, please set yourself free. Don't be afraid. Don't be lazy to do that emotional work. Do it. It is what we all have to do in all different ways. We have to work on our mindset. The mindset determines the success and the outcome of anything that you're going to do in your life. Your mindset. It starts with your mindset. So don't be lazy. Reach out for help, but figure out how to get your mind right and then get your body right. I offer the coaching. You can go to my website. I offer one-on-one counseling. And again, if you want to become an entrepreneur like I do, and I'm in the process, then please also go to the website and check out the opportunity. It is there for you. We can do this together. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you. Till we meet again, go and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Peace and love.